Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the One Team United Stream-A-Thon in support of the Marner Assist Fund and Second Harvest. On behalf of Intact Insurance and our employees, we're very excited to join as a presenting sponsor for this amazing event. Intact has been partnering with Mitch and the Marner Assist Fund for over 3 years. We all know Mitch is an extremely talented hockey player, but it's his desire to help and connect with people off the ice that's so impressive and aligns perfectly with our values. At Intact, our purpose is to help people, businesses, and society prosper in good times and be resilient in bad times. We couldn't be happier to support an initiative that will have such a positive impact on our communities. It's been a challenging year. If you can, please donate during the Stream-A-Thon to help Second Harvest and other local organizations to make this holiday season memorable for local families in Ontario. We're all eager for this event to begin, so let's get this show started. Let's have fun, and let's help make an assist in our local communities.
Hello, Timmy. Created by Mitch Marner and his family, the goal of the Marner Assist Fund is to generate positive change for children and youth by providing resources that will make a significant impact on their lives. Our focus is to aid in the areas of children's social care, health, education, as well as supporting environmental causes, ensuring our children will have a sustainable future, which is important as well, Timmy.
Looks like our audio wasn't very good off the top.
Now we're good.
Can you hear me? Who's the rookie here?
I'm sure it was your best work too, off the front, McAuliffe. I'm sure it was your best work.
Maybe this solo cup has hit me hard already. We do have the audio now. So
whatever, as long as the money comes in, Timmy. As long as the money comes in, we're good.
Let me pull a Hova here and quote the Honorable JZ. Otherwise known as Jay-Z. Allow me to reintroduce myself. Welcome to the first and hopefully only Stream-A-Thon. This is One Team United, presented by Intact Insurance in support of the Marner Assist Fund. I say only because normally this fundraiser is a cocktail party and a skills competition, all wrapped into one. A ton of fun, but the Marner Assist Fund and our guest of honor wanted to help as much as they possibly could in this time of need. So here we are. It's still going to be a ton of fun. I now have fixed my mic problems. We're working from our basements remotely with the wonderful people at the Marner Assist Fund. So let's have a little fun, Sixero. The hunger is hit during this COVID pandemic, and we're going to try and help as much as we can. So if you don't know who we are, first off, I understand now because we can't turn our microphones on. Second, please watch the show, because we need all the help we can get, as you can tell. Tim and Sid is the name of the show. 5 p.m. Eastern, Sportsnet Radio and TV. I'm Tim McAuliffe, and this is my friend Sid Sixero.
It's only been about an hour since Tim and I last worked with each other, so it's an honor to be working an hour later. But I will do this all day because the cause is terrific. All right, Here are the rules for this evening. All proceeds raised tonight will provide local families across Ontario with much-needed food and supplies. One of our partners, Second Harvest, shout out Second Harvest, who have been a food rescue organization for 36 years. Second Harvest has never seen, as we can all understand, Timmy, they've never seen demand like this. They've never seen demand for food like this. With the need higher than ever because of this pandemic, we need to act together to ensure that no one goes hungry. So for the next 90 minutes with 2 working microphones, we hope to have some great laughs.
I did it to make Mitch feel comfortable, right? Like,
see, the gracious host, always the guest, always the gracious host, McAuliffe.
You know what
for the next 90 minutes, you got Tim and I, and hopefully you can hear us. We have plenty of guests coming your way, some surprise guests as well. But the man of the evening, you see in the box there right now, that room is empty. I would now like to officially introduce the man at the center of this, a man who, like us and everyone on this amazing team, hopes to raise a lot of money for some amazing families who need our help this holiday season. From the Toronto Maple Leafs, number 16 in your program, number 1 in your hearts, Mitch Marner, ladies and gentlemen. Mitch Marner.
Hey, guys.
Wait, he's on the Tonight Show.
See how we're going to do.
Look at this.
Look at my script. I need to make sure I have my script ready with me. First time doing this. Might be a little.
You're going to memorize the whole thing.
Did you notice that I didn't turn my mic off or on at the start of this thing?
It happens. I couldn't hear you. I thought it was my headphones. I was nervous for myself there, to be honest. But super excited to be here again tonight, guys. Thank you so much for helping us. I'm not here by myself, though. I got a lot of my Marner crew with me, thankfully. So I'm going to bring them in right now. People that have meant a lot to me in my life and helped out a lot with this charity. So we got my mom, Bonnie, my brother, Chris, and my girlfriend, Stephanie, who's been a big help this COVID relief, I guess, being close to them and talking with them throughout this whole time. So
keep him there for Mitch. Keep him there for a second. I just want to give the love here.
We want to keep him here.
Oh, keep him there. Keep him there just for a very quick second, because I mean, you're a national hockey leaguer. You've been blessed. You're still 23, but everyone knows no one gets to the NHL on their own. It is a team effort. 100%. So I wanted to give everyone some more shine here and some more face time, because Mitch Marner just didn't make it to the Leafs in the NHL. The family did. So I just think it's a great little moment there, and I want to acknowledge everyone. That's fantastic.
I agree with you completely. Without them, I wouldn't be here. So big round of applause to them.
All right.
I think we're kicking you guys out now, though. Yeah.
Awesome.
Now maybe leave. Yes.
yeah.
Sorry. Didn't want to be rude. Now
so why was one team?
Love you guys, but get out of my.
Why was one team United created, Mitch?
Well, like you guys said, obviously we weren't able to do our charity this year, sadly, with the pandemic hitting. So we wanted to think of doing something. We worked with Second Harvest early on in the pandemic. We came with an opportunity of, again, feeding families, and we thought it would be amazing if we could be a part of that. And it's been a lot of fun. It's been great working with them, and now it's a real deal. We're doing this, and every $1 donated gets us 2 meals. So let's get that money going, and let's make a lot of families happy during these holidays.
Mitch, repeat that last stat, please, for everyone. Say that again. That's going to be a theme of the evening. It's worth repeating, please.
It is. This is going to be repeated a lot throughout the evening, but $1 donated gets us 2 meals. So that's pretty crazy if you think about it. A lot of holidays can be made with these meals. So any dollar we appreciate, and we really are thankful.
So once again, the website is marnerassistfund.com. You can click on a watch now link, and there's also a donate link right on the top page. So head there now. And on our show, anyone watching is the third host. And the Marner Assist Fund wants the same thing here. Since you're already watching on your computer, just pull up Twitter and throw up some questions for us, the man of the hour, any one of our guests, using the hashtag #MakeAnAssist. And if you're like Sid and can't spell assist, just go with hashtag #OneTeamUnited. So hashtag
turn the mic on. I can spell turn the mic on.
It's early.
That's what I can spell.
Turn the mic. You can spell turn the mic on, Sid?
Yeah, it's a long sentence. It's tough. It takes a lot of skill. By the way, Mitch, before we continue, do you think our job is easy? Because I can already see your legs are crossed. You're acting like this is not a big deal. I've done this before. Do you think hosting in this way is easy?
No, I got my script in front of me. I'm making sure I'm just trying to follow along where we're going here. But I feel like sitting like this, I'm just like too chill. Like I like the cross-legged, feeling like I got script perfectly labeled. I can see everything.
You look like a legit, like you're interviewing a prime minister or something. Like you look like you've done this before. This is why I'm bringing it up.
I'm excited. This is my first time being able to interview athletes. Usually, I feel like I'm in Step Brothers right now when they look at the boss and they're like, "I'm interviewing you now." So, that's what I'm feeling the energy over here, I'd say.
All right, let's tell everybody who's taking part tonight. The guest list is amazing. We've got Hockey Hall of Famer Doug Gilmour, Jerry D, Matt Martin, Justin Hall, Chase Claypool, Laura Stacy. It is unbelievable. But before we get to the show, I think they would like us to bring back Bonnie for a minute. I can't believe I'm going to ask you this. Mitch, please. Can I talk to your mom?
Yep, she's coming in. Can you hear them? Okay, she can hear you perfectly.
All right, we have to ask. We have to ask Bonnie. Let us know what young Mitch was like. Good question.
Honestly, he was good. He never gave me any problem whatsoever. The teacher loved him. Teams he was on, they loved him.
Teachers sometimes love me. Depending on how late I was with my schoolwork sometimes.
We work on homework in arenas most of the time. But I mean, the only, there it goes. The only fussy thing was for Mitch would be his diet. He was not keen on vegetables, so I'd have
nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Still worked out. Still worked out.
Yeah. He eats salad, so I was like, you know what? At least he's eating a vegetable there. I would try to mix like spinach and beans and mash it all up so he wouldn't see it, but he could always taste it.
Well, the diet seemed to work, Mama Bonnie. The diet seemed to work. We just quickly before we let you go, I know we're going to get to your first guest here. How much fun is this tonight? How special is this? It's a great evening.
It is fun. And I've been watching behind the scenes and it's crazy. And I'm nervous and I'm only here for a second. So I don't know. I would not be a good announcer person.
Don't sell yourself short. Don't sell yourself short. All right, Bonnie, thank you very much. We'll do our best to raise as much money as we can here with Mitch and some amazing guests. So thank you very much. If you remember any other embarrassing stories, please jump in anytime this evening. Grab the pod and just let us in. Just Mitch doesn't want to hear that, but I do, quite frankly. So thanks, Bonnie.
Good point. Maybe people do.
Thank you.
Maybe we get some more money out of it. You never know.
Be honest, Mitch.
You're right.
Did you teach? We all saw the video of your mom flossing on the mom's trip. Did you teach her how to floss?
No.
Okay.
No. Well, no, I don't know. She learned that herself. I never taught her. I was like, everyone else I saw it on Twitter after the game was like, oh, pretty cool trick. Now it's like a go-to move every time she goes somewhere. Everyone's like, you can floss, right? And I'm like,
nice.
Like that's how my mom's known nowadays.
All right, Mitch, let's get to the lineup here. You want to play host? Go ahead.
I'll play host with this guy.
Take it away. He's waiting in the green room.
See?
It's your show now.
I know. I'm excited. I'm excited. Well, first up is one of my great friends. I was part of his groomsmen for his wedding. He's a very close friend of mine. Feels like a brother to me. Matt Martin.
Nice.
Matt Martin.
There he is.
Matt Martin.
What's up,
Good horns.
That's really nice.
Thanks, Matt, for coming.
That. You haven't called me in 6 months, but I appreciate that comment right there.
We FaceTimed 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, sure.
The Chirp Fest has begun. That's what I'm here for.
It's going to be going all
That's
night.
what I'm here for. Matt, thanks for jumping on, man. This is great. We're doing this for a terrific cause. Just what drew you to this young man? Because it became apparent in your Toronto days, you guys were thick as thieves pretty quickly. What did you like about him right away, and what did you hate about him right away? Well, give me both.
What I hate about him right away is my first day in the locker room. He big timed me and walked right by me and didn't even introduce himself. But just his energy and who he is as a person. I think Toronto, the fan base, you see it on the ice. Kind of that energy he brings every single day. That's who he is off the ice as well. And he's just a caring guy that wants to give back, as you can see tonight with the thing he's put together. So, it was really a friendship that happened pretty quickly, and obviously pretty fortunate to have gone to Toronto and then have met such a good friend in Mitchie.
I will say me walking past him's true, but I was in my first year, first kind of camp walking in, and Matt Martin's there, and I know what Matt Martin is, and he scares the hell out of people. So I was a little timid, and he holds it to this day on me about this, and it's true, but I feel terrible.
Well, that's the first time you said
make it up.
Terrible. You still haven't apologized, so maybe you'll apologize then.
For a donation.
No shot. Yeah. I'll ask a question. Obviously you're married to Sydney, who's a great friend of mine as well, but her dad is a massive Rangers fan, and obviously you playing on the Islanders, that brings some tension. And I mean, I saw it at the wedding. Boomer talking about the Rangers the whole time with all the Islander guys there. So how is that relationship of chirping back and forth about the Rangers and Islanders?
It's great. We have fun with it. Actually, the first date Sid and I ever went on, when I came back to her parents' house to meet her family, and or sorry, not our first date, but the first, I guess, when we became officially dating. I walk in and Booms isn't there yet, so I'm talking to Sid's mom, and then I see Boomer's truck pull in, and he goes into the garage, and he walks in with the Brad Richards Rangers jersey on to come and shake my hand. So that's kind of where it all started, and then ever since then we've had some fun with it. So he's passionate Rangers fan. So is his son Gunnar. I think over the years have switched the women in the family over to the Islanders, but I don't think they'll be changing anytime soon.
So just so we're clear, so you guys are saying Boomer. We're talking Boomer Esiason, right? That is who you are talking about.
Yeah.
Yes.
Legendary.
We call him.
Yeah. Matt, maybe explain the story at the wedding of Boomer doing his speech and then almost getting me murdered by your whole team.
Well, he loves, I mean, I will say this, he does love to put people in somewhat uncomfortable. Mitch said at the wedding, all my teammates are there. He's got Ranger cufflinks on, showing everybody. He's a former athlete. He's like the rest of us. He just loves to instigate and kind of play that little bit of a chippy role, I guess. And like I said, we have a ton of fun with it. We've had a little bit of success against the Rangers the last few years, so I've had more fun than he has as of late. He's excited about obviously their new first overall pick in Lafreniere and the direction of the team. So we'll see how it all plays out moving forward.
Speaking of instigating, Matt, when do I bring up that you outscored Mitch 5-0 in this year's playoffs?
Yeah, I'm actually glad you brought that up.
Okay.
I was, I mean, I got a couple apples with Marty, so I knew we got that scoring touch in him, to be fair.
Hey, Matt, for what it's worth, I took you in the pool over Mitch in that playoff, so I felt good about it.
I appreciate that.
I felt good about it. Yeah. Listen, Matt, actually, Mitch, it's your show. Sign off with your boy.
Yeah.
Do some work.
Yeah. Well, okay. No problem. Well, Maddie, thank you for coming on. Thank you for sharing your stories. Hopefully you and the family stay healthy. Have a great holidays. Tell everyone I say hello. Miss you guys, and give baby Win a kiss for me. And like I said, I'm sure I'll FaceTime you tomorrow.
Yeah,
you said I'd never FaceTime you, but
so if I want to talk, I do events like this apparently. So, Tim, Sid, thanks for having me. Mitchie,
see you, Matt.
Awesome what you're doing here. Good luck raising a ton of money.
Thanks, awesome. Maddie. Talk to you soon.
And Matt has his own charity, so you'll do the back and forth with him, won't you, Mitch?
Oh yeah, that's the great thing about this too is he runs his own charity in New York. I've been able to be a part of it. Only really the 1 year actually, but it's always a lot of fun going down there. We had a nice little time last time. It was a 3 or 2 day event, and what he does is amazing with all those kids in the island. So that's a guy I definitely look up to, and definitely love what he does with the kids as well, and it kind of inspires me to do more and more every year.
Awesome. As you know from my terrible introduction to tonight's event, where my microphone wasn't working, this event is brought to you in part by Impact, and One Team United's presenting sponsor is in fact Intact Insurance. Tell us a little bit about your relationship with Intact, Mitch.
Yeah, Intact's been amazing. I mean, it's going into our 4th year now that they've been a major sponsor of the Marner Assist Fund. Really just does seem like yesterday. So I'm very grateful for them, especially teaming up again and making a difference and raising a lot of money for the holidays and meals and needed. So I can't thank Intact enough. And hopefully we got many more years ahead of us in doing this.
Oh, hopefully you do. And we have many more prizes to throw out. A reminder to everyone on the stream, regardless of the donation tonight, you are all eligible for the raffle, which will happen a little after midnight Eastern. So you can donate till then. There are numerous prizes here. autographed sports memorabilia from AJ Sports World, and Frameworth prizes from Beats Canada. Red Bull, Oakley Sunglasses is on the line here, True Hockey Gear, Cherry Street Barbecue gift certificates, and more. God, I can't wait to go back to a restaurant. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait. What's the road trip dinner of choice, Mitch? Like, what do you order?
Oh, I mean, I think it's really depends where we're going. It's always Italian or steak. I'd say it's always those two. I'd say if we go somewhere there's a nice sushi spot, I'd say that's probably top notch as well. So it's always those three. I'd say it's always depending where we are and city wise, and for closer to the ocean, usually a nice sushi spot to go to, but kind of depends where we are.
We're already getting chirped on Twitter. Steeble, hey, thanks for dressing up. Was the
what I did. Hey, Mitch's party, Mitch's rules. I think
no
this is our evening wear.
I went chill, no dress code.
No dress code.
I like that.
I feel like we all look great.
I like that.
Nice.
I like that.
The other thing that I was talking, Mitch, to a few of the organizers, and they were saying before we even got going, the numbers were already there. Like, what's it feel like to know that you've already raised enough money to feed thousands of people?
It's amazing. I mean, like you just said, I heard the news as well. I was kind of speechless. We weren't even live yet, and we already had thousands of dollars donated. So, I want to give a shout out to a couple special names. Cian donated $250 at the start. Really thankful of that. Jack donated $500 and Brad donated $25. And there's multiple other names that we can throw in there. Obviously, if we did the whole list, we would probably go to the 9:30 slot. So those are three we just want to personally thank, and multiple others. I'm sure a lot of our friends have donated as well. But it's crazy. But since the beginning of the pandemic, 150,000 children and youth are hungry in Toronto alone. So I think that what Second Harvest is doing here and bringing us along, we want to jump in as quick as we can and help out. The holidays are very important to me and my family and to many other families around the world. So I'm super happy you're doing this. Like I said, we're going to be saying it all night, but the $1 donated is 2 meals, and that's amazing. And that's pretty special.
For those who don't know, Second Harvest is Canada's largest food rescue charity. So the money that you are raising, all proceeds from the Stream-A-Thon are going to Second Harvest, Sydney.
It's terrific to repeat the entire evening, Tim. That's
I can't
huge.
call you Sydney because that's Matt Martin's wife, so I'll just call you Sid.
Let's keep it Sid, yes. Or the world's most interesting man. I'll accept any of those. All right, Mitch, guest number 2. He is self-proclaimed the funniest man in the history of Canada. He's also self-proclaimed the most talented hockey player to never play in the NHL. Please go ahead with the introductions.
We're great. We're grateful for a nice Canadian comedian, one of the funniest to do it. Game show host, Jerry D.
Hey,
thank you, Jerry, coming on.
Jerry D, ladies and gentlemen.
I might take a back seat here and let you go for a little Rose Fest if you want on Tim and Sid. So I'm here for ears.
We have to be off at 9:30. We don't have time for all that. You could go for a while.
I need more time. Hey, Mitch, I coached at the Don Mills Flyers. We're both alumni.
I'm hearing you're an undercover coach, so we might need to get you out on the ice in Toronto here and get some teaching in us.
I run the best drills in the world.
Are you a drill sergeant out there, Jerry? Or are you like a kind coach?
No, I just run drills. There's like 14 passes. It's like best drills ever. I still think that. You see my drills and you're like, God, this guy's drills.
I gotta see how that is.
14 passes, 1 drill. You're exhausted, ready to go again. How are you guys?
We're great. We're having a great time. How are you doing? How's everything gone with you in the pandemic?
Yeah, I mean, it's not fun, but we got 3 kids under 12, 13. So, just trying to deal with that. And they're homeschooled because of the pandemic. A lot of days though. Yeah, so it sucks, really. I didn't plan on seeing them every day like this. I was hoping they'd be gone to school a little more, but
it's hard when they're homeschooled. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't have kids, so I'm not dealing with that at the moment.
No, you're still a kid.
Yeah, exactly. Thank God. Thank God.
And we're getting old, Jerry, because we had to tell Mitch that you used to train hockey players in Toronto. Like, who are some of the guys that you had?
Oh man, there's lots. Like, we used to run this elite camp, and it was Stamkos, Subban, Tavares, Foley, Skinner.
Did you train any good players? Any good players in that group?
No.
Oh,
I can't. One night I was in Calgary doing a gig, and there was, I don't know, I just kept seeing guys come up. There was 17 guys playing in the NHL that night, but they were all stars already. It was just an elite camp. My brother and I ran, and we were lucky they all came. So it was fun though. It was fun to do a camp with that skill level. They were already stars.
Mitch, do you think you could sit? Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, do you think you could sit and do drills with Jerry D?
I would like to. I would like to get that going one time. But I was going to ask Jerry, what is better? What do you think are you better at, golf or being a coach in hockey?
Coach.
Wow, yeah. I've heard your golf game is pretty nice, though.
Yeah, it's fading a little bit. I just found out I have stenosis. These are things that happen when you're older.
Where does that happen? Can we talk about it on the stream or no?
Yeah.
Oh, neck. Okay, it's fine. It's clean. Yeah.
It's the opposite. It's not the same as phimosis.
No, I'm just thinking of something else. I guess. Yeah.
Stenosis in my neck, so it's starting to hurt. So my golf is fading, but I played with Freddie this summer and Connor Brown. I knew Connor. Connor used to come to the camp, and we've stayed in touch. So I played with him.
Connor's a good guy, eh? Connor's a good dude, right?
Great guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was sad when he was dealt because I liked him a lot.
Mm-hmm. I heard that you golfed with Muzzin that day. I heard he golfed. Was it even or something?
And Muzzin, yeah.
Yeah, he golfed like a 78 or something.
They were all pretty good.
Insane.
Yeah, he was around. I don't know. I think I was 75. He was 70. I don't know. We were all pretty close.
Oh,
but
you were gonna say 76.
You
were gonna say
I hate when guys do this. I hate when you do this. 75, 76, 78.
I think I was nuts. I think I was 5 better. I think I was 5 better. I was just trying to be nice.
You guys will both like this, Mitch. Did you ever see? Did you see the scrum?
Put it this way. Hold on.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. I play all of them for any amount of money, even. Put it that way.
Oh, that's strong words.
That is strong words. That's heat.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember Willie did a scrum a couple years ago, and I think Muzzin had two foursomes set up at Augusta, and Nylander's like, "Should I go?" Did you guys see that scrum?
That was his past year.
Yeah.
I was floored at that, and he wasn't messing around. Like, he was asking like Koshan and the guys are covered. Like, I don't know, seems like a good thing. And they're like, "Yeah,
don't open the door to Jerry telling this story about him playing at Augusta. We got to wrap it up."
We got no time for that story. Maybe next time. No time for that story.
Played Augusta. That was just luck of the draw, literally. They talked about that. Muzz talked about that when we played. How's your golf game, Mitch?
I'm getting better slowly. I'm a slow learner. I golf with Muzzy a lot, so he smacks me around, but he's a nice teacher as well. I've been golfing with Brownie too, so they're both kind of my teachers in golfing, I'd say. Getting better slowly.
All right, thanks, Jerry. We really appreciate you doing this. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, well, good. You got it. It's a good retirement sport in 20 years for you. Mm-hmm. Have a great year, Mitch. Go Leafs, go.
Thank
you for coming, Jerry. I really appreciate it and taking your time.
Hey, guys, my pleasure.
Have a great holiday.
Thank you.
Jerry D, one of the funniest guys in Canada with the worst internet. Thank you very much for hopping on.
Thank you. He did have crappy internet. He was in his basement, wasn't he?
You know who doesn't do anything bad?
No video games are played there. No video games are played at that household.
No, zero. No games are played
for video games.
When it comes to the sponsors here tonight, Mitch, we got some terrific sponsors here, including our good friends at CIBC. Let's take a look at this.
Hi, everyone. I'm Andrew Greenlaw here on behalf of Team CIBC and incredibly proud to be supporting Mitch and the Marner Assist Fund and the incredible work that they do for children and youth all around the country. This year, COVID-19 has impacted many, especially marginalized families. So we're absolutely thrilled that this year's event is in support of Second Harvest so that families have healthy meals during this holiday season. A big thank you to Mitch and everybody who's involved in this year's event on behalf of Team CIBC. We're absolutely thrilled to be here making an assist with you today.
All right. So thank you very much to CIBC, obviously, for jumping in on this. And again, just to remind people, on that front page at marnerassistfund.com, there is the click to watch. Amazingly, you can click to watch. And you can also donate from the same link right on that front page. So if you click to watch, there's also a donate right there. And there are some donors that we have to shout out here. I don't know if you see some of these, Mitch, but we got to note Greg, $5,000. Thank you very much, Greg.
That's actually my neighbor. So he did it before the show even started. So thank you, Greg. And I know it's Jimmy as well. So thank you, guys. I really do appreciate that. It's going to a great cause. So thank you a lot.
We also got Tristan, who's donated, Luke, Sherry and Don donated, Bethany donated. And again, anyone who donates any amount, you're in the random draws tonight. And don't worry, it's not just for the rich folks dropping coin. It's for everybody. And we love the rich folks dropping the coin, but everyone's invited. So please, if you can, donate. Charity
no matter, it's $1, $1,000, whatever, you're getting a chance to win some stuff at the end of this night. So it's always fun to gamble a little bit too and get some nice prizes.
Awesome.
All right. So, I mean, it's not just Tim and I that get the opportunity to talk to Mitch and some of these great guests coming through. Earlier, a promotional draw was made to select 2 lucky donors/supporters, you know who you are, for the chance to submit a question for you via video. So we're going to play a couple of those right now. I believe Derek is first up with his question. Roll it, please.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Mitch. My name is Derek Leanders, and I'm from London, Ontario. My question is, out of all your junior or NHL career goals, which is the most unforgettable and why?
That's a tough one. I didn't score the goal, but one of my favorite ones to be part of was the London Knights Memorial Cup winning goal that Matthew Tkachuk scored. That one was one of my all-time favorites to be a part of, just as a team and feeling that win after that long year and just that grind. But NHL-wise, I think I got to go my first NHL goal. Just that feeling, being in my hometown, playing in my home city, have my family there, have my mom in the bathroom deciding not to watch her son score first one.
I forgot.
You know, it's pretty special. It was pretty special. So I got to go my first NHL career goal. Like I said, being in Toronto, it was a memorable moment. I had a lot of family and friends in that crowd. So it's a very cool moment.
I just got to say, like, I like the cut of Derek's jib. Like, I don't know if you noticed, Sid, but he was a good looking fella.
You guys have similar style.
Yeah.
Mitch, Tim McCallum and Derek.
Derek, you're a good looking man.
I can see the similarities. All right. We're not
letting. Yeah, I got it. Good looking.
We're not letting you off the hook with just one here, Mitch. Shout out to Brittany Morrison, who's got a question. Brittany, go ahead.
Hi, my name is Brittany Morrison. I am from Scarborough, Ontario, and my question to Mitch is, what is leadership to you, and how do you use self-leadership in your everyday life?
That's a great question. We've been able to meet through Hockey for Youth, and you know, that was great. That was a fun day there, giving them the opportunity for some gear and stuff like that. It was a lot of fun. But I think leadership to me is just every day, just showing that you're ready to do anything you're asked, really, competing, doing it at the best of your ability. I think it's just, you know, you have different ways of leading. It's quietness. It can be loudness, talking a lot, just leading with your work ethic and your, I think, heart, like just effort constantly. That's something I feel like I try and do every day. Is just, I think I do a little bit more talking than quiet, as everyone I'm sure knows. I got a lot of energy in me, but I think just every day showing that you want to be there and you want to do the best for your team is how you explain and show it.
Awesome, Mitch. Thank you very much. Now, I've just been told, it was buzzed in my ear. We have a special presentation. Is there somebody off camera? What's going on here? I can't see what's going on near you. What's going on, Mitch? What do we need to know?
Yeah, no, you are completely right. I got a great little guest here. So whether it's on or off the ice, I love assisting people, and so does Justo Realty. So they're all about helping people, which is why we're such good partners. I just want to thank Justo for the generous donation to the Marner Assist Fund and continuing to help people in the community. We're just getting started, but really thankful for Justo.
Great job.
Obviously, it's a big amount of money. So thank you so much. It's speechless, unbelievable donation. Thank you so much.
That is awesome. $10,000. Thanks again to Justo Realty. And as they say over here on the Scarborough, North York border, those are big things. Big things from Justo Realty. Appreciate
Speaking
that.
like a real Toronto man's.
Yes. We have a major donor up next, and this family, I know Mitch has been an incredible supporter of both the Marner Assist Fund and Second Harvest, and they have made a truly generous donation for the second time of $10,000. I want to introduce Don and Debbie Morrison.
Mitch is an unbelievably awesome human being. Let's put the skating and the hockey aside. What he does for society and how he gives back is just unbelievable. His spirit, his energy, his natural drive, he takes life at a whole. We, with the Morrison Family Foundation, wanted to reach out to the Marner Foundation, specifically to work with Mitch, and hopefully to be able to raise money for Second Harvest to give to those families and people in need.
There are tens of thousands of kids. It's invisible for most of us in the city that go to bed hungry every night. And for all of us to have an opportunity to do something of this significance is wonderful. And so thanks to Mitch and the foundation for giving us the opportunity.
That's cool.
Wow.
That's cool.
That's amazing.
What's it mean to have that kind of support, Mitch? That support must be unbelievable.
I mean, Don and Debbie, I just want to thank you personally. I was able to actually talk to them before we started up here tonight. So it was great chatting with them. Obviously that amount donated not just once, twice, and going forward, it's so kind. It's, it's hard to put into words, but we thank you so much. It's going to feed so many people throughout this holiday. I know they're longtime season ticket holders right behind our bench. They're telling me all about all the stuff they see me doing on the bench of, moving around and stuff like that. They almost know my superstitions more than I do on the bench. So it's amazing having that support as well. Again, I just want to thank you so much for your donation. It's truly so kind. It's going to do very, very good things for this holiday season. So thank you.
And again, all the proceeds on this Stream-A-Thon going to Second Harvest, Canada's largest food rescue charity, and something so important during the holiday season, making sure as few folks as possible miss a meal. What's it like, Mitch, that they do a ton of work in communities across Canada, and right here in Ontario, the need is huge, isn't it, Mitch?
It is. It really is, especially throughout this pandemic. I mean, it's hitting hard. It's keeps coming and going, and it's just getting worse and worse, it seems. So like I said, it was so important when I heard about this to try and do something, and we weren't able to do our charity event this year. So obviously the Stream-A-Thon came up, and we're so excited. We're trying to just bring everyone together through this virtual reality kind of thing, like everyone's been doing through the pandemic. Seems like Zoom call has been all people have been doing, which I've been doing a lot. I'm sure everyone else has, but I can't thank Second Harvest enough for all of their sacrifices, and they're dropping it right to people's doors, which is super cool and unbelievable as well. So thank you so much again to Second Harvest. And I believe we have a video from them coming up.
Oh, now he's throwing his own video. Sure, go ahead. He's all comfortable.
You see that? I'm taking the reins a little bit, right? I'm kind of learning. Well, yeah.
My only sunshine, you make me happy. Words, guys, are great.
One day I had a grandmother come in and she's taking care of her little grandson, and she turned to the side as she entered the door and said, "Can I have 2 onions?" But to me, that was more than just 2 onions. That was a larger piece of not having food.
I'll be honest, when money is tight, sometimes things aren't the healthiest at home. There are times where there's been issues with my check, or it just hasn't gone as far as it could. But I'm telling you, between here and there, I wouldn't be able to make it. And I know a lot of other people wouldn't be able to make it.
Low-income families have the hardest time accessing the healthiest food possible because you have a limited amount of money at a certain time of the month, and it is because it's perishable that it's hard to access.
Being able to provide that additional support to families is what Second Harvest allows us to do. If we didn't have the rescue food from Second Harvest, I don't think as much of the nutritious meals that we're able to provide.
Can you tell them how much you like the fruits and vegetables?
A lot.
Sometimes it's overwhelming, and when I do get overwhelmed, and sometimes my pride gets in the way.
It's much more that grandmother is having to deal with, is lack of food, lack of proper housing, lack of support for her grandson that is dealing with autism.
You never know, dear, just how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
I love you too.
Amazing.
Fantastic work. I mean, we've all had our days, but I mean, I realize how lucky I am. We're all here pretty blessed. And considering the work they do in Southern Ontario, Mitch, I mean, you're obviously a GTA kid. You grew up here. You play for your team that you root for growing up. You're living a dream in so many ways. To be working with Second Harvest like this in a moment like this, that must mean so much for you and the family as well.
It definitely does. I mean, that video is very powerful. I mean, seeing all the messages in there, it's pretty crazy to think about. I mean, 1 in 5 people in Toronto are experiencing hunger. And I mean, it's pretty crazy when you think about it. But like I said, the message is going to be relayed multiple times tonight, but $1 donated equals 2 meals. So we don't mind. We don't care what you're donating. Just keep it coming. It's going to a great cause. And let's feed as many people as we can during these holidays, because it's such a special time to be with one another, especially through these tough times. So we really appreciate everything donated so far. Let's keep it going.
And every donation enters you into the random draw, which we'll hold a little later on tonight. Our next guest is an Olympian, Mitch, but you know her pretty well going back in the day. So we'll allow you to introduce our next guest.
Yeah, I got to go to school with her. I was in grade 8. She was a couple years older. She's been an amazing friend for the last couple of years. She's got a great future ahead in hockey and many other things. I want to welcome Laura Stacey.
Laura Stacey, ladies and gentlemen. Laura Stacey. How you doing, Laura? How are things? How you holding up?
Good. How are you guys?
Very good. Very good. We're here. Well, we're just here to drive the bus a little bit. Mitch has been chirping us the whole night. Hosting's easy. I could do this. It's not a big deal. And so, Mitch, go ahead. First question to you. Question to you.
Well, I want to ask, I mean, I have a puppy now. I just saw Laura and Marie just got a puppy as well. So I want to ask how your sleep's going with Arlo. Is he keeping you up late nights, early mornings?
Oh, 100%. He loves to go to the bathroom at the perfect time in the middle of the night. He likes to bark, wake us up all the time. Whenever he's ready, we have to be ready. But it's getting better, to be honest. The first couple nights were pretty tough. It was tiring few days, but after that, he's kind of settled into it a little bit more. And hopefully he'll make it through a whole night soon, at least 8 hours. That would be ideal. But he's beautiful, and it's been some fun so far. So hopefully he can meet Zeus at some point.
Yeah, that'd be great. We could have done it at the charity this year. We're gonna have to do it next year now. Do you guys want to ask a question? I mean, to keep going.
Oh, I'll jump in.
If you want us to jump in,
I'll jump. I'll gladly, because I got a question. I want someone to rip Mitch. Laura, so you knew him when, right? Like Hill Academy back in the day. Like, take us back. Was he a little nerdy? Was he a little cocky? Like, how would you describe young Mitch Marner? Combination of the two. Like, how would you describe?
He had to be the smallest kid in the school by far. He was really little. He was adorable, the smallest little kid. I think he was in grade 8 when we met, and I was 3 or 4 years older. So he was like a little brother out there on the ice. We actually practiced together because the girls were on with the younger boys. And so we were like grade 10, 11s hanging out with the little grade 8 boys. So it was a decent first start. But Mitch was great. Honestly, he was like the one kid that was on the ice every single day, no matter what. I can't really chirp him that much, to be honest, about his high school or young days, because he was like a pretty great little kid, to be honest. I say it little kid. I know he's a lot more grown up nowadays, but he was the one playing around with the puck, scoring the goals. The one thing I would say is that he was that kid in practice that would like deke in the very first drill, and the second player, third player in line got to shoot on absolutely no goalie because he was down and out in the corner. But other than that, he was a pretty great teammate to play with at a young age, for sure.
She's not wrong. I love deking at that age. It was crazy.
Celebrating.
Yeah. I want to ask, you moved in with Marie, your girlfriend, in Montreal. Like, how's that move been through the pandemic? Has it been crazy? Was it hectic getting stuff going, or how was it?
Yeah, I think the move here was pretty easy. The transition was easy. Montreal is a pretty great city to be a part of, and the hockey and the setup with training and skating here is pretty ideal with the amount of players there are. So the transition and move here was really, really easy. In terms of COVID, I think it's been great. Living together, we had getting to work out because all of our workouts were at-home workouts for the longest time. So we hopped on the Zoom, and it was actually really nice to be with somebody training and having someone to push you during that time. But to be honest, living in Montreal hasn't been super riveting since COVID. Like, there's not very much to do other than hanging out in the apartment and now walking the dog. But to be honest, I'm really happy here. It's been a great move and great transition.
I gotta ask one because we got some crazy athletes on this show, and you're the only one that's gone to the Olympics. What was that experience like?
Oh,
that's a crazy fact.
Yeah, hopefully you get to.
That's awesome.
Get to be there at some point, Mitch. But it's an amazing experience. To be honest, it's something that for sure all little girls playing hockey dream of, and I was definitely one of those girls. I never really thought it was possible. Never really thought it was kind of attainable. It was always just in the back of my head because I saw it on TV. But it is everything and more of what you could ever dream of, and it still gives me chills. I can't believe that I was there. I can't believe that I'm considered an Olympian now. But to be honest, the team you're with, the family you're with, it's an experience that you're never going to forget.
Where do you keep the silver medal?
In my bedside table in a sock. It's a lot easier to carry around and travel in a sock.
Hiding.
Yeah.
It's kind of ingenious though when you think about it. Makes sense.
It's around, yeah.
Who expects to find a silver medal in a sock? Like it's
every single person knows in this stream now. We're gonna have to hide that in a different spot for a couple months here, and then maybe go back to the sock.
Find a different sock, Laura. You gotta find a different sock and throw them off the scent. Throw them off the scent. Laura, what is it? We were just talking before you jumped on, Laura, about just kind of the times we're in here and being able to do something as cool as this tonight. And on behalf of Tim, again, Mitch, I want to thank you for inviting us to this. Just to help out in this way tonight. What does it mean to you?
Yeah, I think when I first got asked to be a part of it, I made sure that I could be here. I think it's definitely tough times all around the world, everywhere. And so to be able to be that generous, take all your time, ask your friends to come on and do something like this that's going to affect so many people, so many Ontarians. And it's truly special. I'm honored to be a part of it, but I think it's a testament to who all you guys are on here today who want to help. I think when you have a platform that big and you're able to give back, it really shows your true character and who you are. And I'm really glad I could be a part of it tonight, but I'm not surprised at all that Mitch came up with this and created something with you guys here tonight.
Oh, well, thank you, Laura. That's Laura's been with us every single year as well. So big thank you to her, always sacrificing her time. She runs her own charity as well. So, she's been amazing on the women's side to show that she's not afraid to get out there and show her charitable love too. So thank you for all you do. Thank you for jumping on with us tonight. We really appreciate it. Give Arlo a nice hug for us.
I will.
Tell him Zeus will be coming to him soon. And thank you for jumping on, Laura. Appreciate it.
No problem. Nice to see you guys. Thanks for having me.
Take care, Laura.
There is Laura Stacey, Olympic silver medalist, with it in her sock. We got more donors. Amanda has donated.
With better internet than Jerry D. Far better internet than Jerry D.
Yeah,
thanks, Laura.
Close. Thanks for Laura. Appreciate it. Jerry D's talking out of a tin can in his garage to us. Unbelievable. Well, Mitch, I'm seeing a total here. I don't want to give it away. It's your charity. Yeah. I don't know if Natasha's near you with a number. Do we have a total that she's giving you right now or not? Because we can save this till after the next interview.
She's got this going right now. So
okay, hold on.
Rachel, 10. Rachel's into the mix on the donations.
You want to give it a hot five, or you want to drop it?
Hot five.
Look at this, Leah.
So with just online donations, we're at around 19,000, which is amazing.
Let's go.
Yeah, pump the horns up.
We're not done yet.
Nope.
Let's go.
We're early. Still early.
Let's go. Yep. No donation too big or small, but I know, Mitch, you got some quote unquote well-dressed friends. So we got time here. We got time. Let's pump this up.
Got a lot of well-dressed friends. Let's go.
Yeah. MarnerAssistFund.com. I just want to hit it up again because people might be watching and they might not know.
Keep throwing out there, Timmy. Keep throwing
Marner and go to the front page.
/stream.
Yeah. Click to watch. It'll get you to donate. Find the donate on the website and get us up over 20,000. Get us up over 25,000. Get us up over 30,000. That'd be awesome.
Yep.
All right, someone. Our next guest is pretty close to you right now in every sense of the word. Mitch, take it away with the intro.
Yeah. Well, our next guest, Maple Leafs defenseman, pretty much my roommate whenever he needs a house. End of the season, start of the season, middle of the season. Justin Hall.
Hey. There he is.
And he's in the
Justin
kitchen.
Hall,
There he is. Justin.
How's it going?
Thanks for coming.
Hey, thanks for having me. It's truly an honor.
By the way, Mark's for having Justin's iPhone on your stream photo to us. It just says Justin's iPhone. Full Marks.
I did see that.
Forgive me, Mitch.
He doesn't want people knowing his last name. He wants to keep it undercover. He's smart.
Very smart.
Go ahead, Mitch.
First off, how are the dogs?
The dogs are great. I actually got Zeusy next to me right now, and Frank's in bed upstairs. So, life's good.
Early bedtime.
Yeah.
You guys want to ask him a question? I've been living
he's in your house, right?
Nice.
Yeah. I feel like you have more nuggets than we do. Like, I feel like you have a couple more angles you can approach this than us. Empty the tank on yours, and we'll jump in after. How about that?
Well, it's hilarious because, I'll come back from the rink, workout and everything. Justin just finished his workout in my house. Next thing I know, he'll be walking downstairs with his iPad. He's got like a rubber band. He's got a towel. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm going to go do yoga and then hop in the sauna and then go upstairs again. I'm like, okay. He's like, he doesn't stop moving. Then he comes downstairs. He's got both dogs. He's like, I'm going to go back and run around with the dogs. I'm like, all right, I'll come join you, I guess. But he's been a lot of fun to live with, actually. He's been great. Audrey's taking care of the house while he's running havoc with our pups.
What's Mitch like to what's Mitch like to live with, Justin? What's Mitch like to live with?
Mitch is an awesome guy. I can't really say that enough. He's made it very easy on us. He had everything prepped for us right when we got here. So he's been the most gracious host that I could imagine, to be honest with you. He kind of shames me sometimes, as he kind of insinuated earlier about working out too hard and stuff like that. But you know what? Not everyone's got that gene,
They don't live that life like us, Justin, right?
Exactly,
they don't live that
like
life.
you and me. Yeah.
They're not about that life, Justin. They don't know.
What's the best?
Well, actually, I feel like this is a crazy destination spot. I think it's really cool that you and Audrey are going to do it. Your honeymoon got postponed, obviously, with COVID, but you guys are planning on going to Africa. Was it this past year or this upcoming summer that passed now? What made you want to go to Africa and do the safari kind of visit?
Yeah, it was supposed to be this past summer, and we were just thinking of places. We wanted to blow it up because the honeymoon should be a big trip, and we knew some people that had gone to Africa and done the safari deal in the past, and we just thought that would be a really cool experience for us. Unfortunately, the pandemic hit, so then trip got canceled, obviously, but we still got a voucher, and we should be able to do it whenever things are back to normal. So we'll see, but I'm very excited. It's going to be amazing.
I've heard amazing. Listen, anyone who I've ever not known who's gone, who's been far richer than me, says that is life-changing almost, that trip. Like, so I hope you get out there eventually. That sounds wild. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, no, I hope so too. But we're biding our time right now.
Of course. Yeah.
All right, I got a question for where you grew up, because some folks might not know, but you're a Minnesota boy.
Yeah.
And hockey culture is pretty good in Minnesota. I got to ask, did you play in the famous state high school tournament? Were you on TV when you played in that tournament? And like, this dude has to ask, what did the lettuce look like in those days if you did play in that tournament?
Yeah, I did play in that tournament. I think that was a couple of years before the guy started doing the all hockey hair videos, which are amazing. But I like to think that I would.
Just missed it.
I know. I like to think that I would have made it, or not only made it, starred in it probably. But
you'd have gone viral if you did the hockey hair thing.
Yeah.
Justin Hall claims he would go viral at tournament.
It was actually very similar to what it is right now. My wife says that I look like I did in high school, or I look now like I did in high school. So it would be very similar. You got a nice little picture here, but yes, I played in that. It's a slightly sensitive subject because we ended up taking second place to the hated Edina Hornets, so that was a bummer, but we did play in it. As you said, it's a huge hockey culture, and the XL is packed for that, and there's 18,000 fans screaming. So for a 16 to 18-year-old kid, like, that's an amazing time for sure.
Ask him who scored the game-winning goal in the Frozen Four also.
Who scored the game-winning goal in the Frozen Four?
Oh, Mitch, you're going to make me blush. It was me.
Hey.
Of course it was.
Point 2 seconds left on the clock. Justin Hall joins the rush, buries it. I've seen it 10 times at least. It's a great goal.
Yeah,
wow.
But that's another sensitive subject actually, because we got second place in the national tournament too. So for a while, I thought I was just destined to be second place, but we got to call.
You're not a glass half full kind of guy, are you, Justin? You're not. You're like, you do amazing stuff, and it's like, well, it could have been a little better. It could have been a little better.
Yeah,
well, that's awesome.
I'm a realist.
I like that. Justin, talk about this kid here, man. Putting together an event like this tonight. It's such an important time for so many families. It's so messed up out there, as we all know. Like, just what's you're not surprised Mitch is kind of at the forefront of something like this, I would assume.
Right. And that's something that I've noticed about him too, is that, he stays busy doing a lot of things, and not things that are beneficial for him, things that are beneficial for other people. So he's always got something going on in some sort of event, not necessarily an event as big as this, but something that he's doing that's trying to help the community. So something I really respect about him. And I think something that a lot of guys in the team look to as a good example as well.
Wow. Thank you, Justin. That's too kind of you.
And he's not half bad on the sheet.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Me and Justin have been playing a new game on his Switch, and we're killing it. I don't know the name of it, but it's like an Avengers game. Also, Justin doesn't watch superhero movies at all. He doesn't know anything about them, but he plays superhero games. Is that crazy to me, or just anyone else?
So you're into the games. Sorry, you're into the games, but like you don't watch. I haven't seen any of the Avengers either. Like, you're not alone in this chat. I'm sorry,
right.
Mitch is about to boot me for that comment.
Yeah.
But you're into the game.
Right. This will be a hot take, but like superhero movies, I know that they're the thing right now, but they just don't interest me. Like, something about it, like I just don't care. But
depends on the one. Like the Batman movies I'm in on. I'm
Batman
in 100%.
That trilogy is some of the best movies of all time. So
Christian Bale's unbelievable, man. He's like, I find me someone who doesn't like that movie, and I find you someone who hates movies. Like,
right. So I got to refine that statement. Actually, that was too broad. I don't like most superhero movies. I think maybe I would love them if I saw them. But anyways, we're all in on this game. It's called Ultimate Alliance 3. Mitchie, I've been working my bag off today trying to level up characters, so we're ready to go for tomorrow.
I can't wait. We're gonna dominate tomorrow.
That counts as camp in a pandemic. Trying to level out the video game characters.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing at the house. We work out, we take care of the dogs, we sit down, we play Ultimate Alliance together.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Well, thank you, Justin, for coming on. I'll see you in about an hour and a half at my house. Take care of my dog. Thank you so much for joining us again and talking and speaking.
You got it. Thanks for having me. See you, fellas.
Take care, Justin. We got some questions here, and I know I'm not sure our next guest might not be in the weight room right now, but there are people sending in questions right now. So I'm just going to put one in here, Mitch, for you. And it's from, I don't know if you know who Steve Dangle is, but he's a coworker of ours. And he says, you seem to get more satisfaction out of assists than goals. What's the most satisfying assist of your career so far?
Ooh.
That's deep.
Oh, wow.
Come on, Dangle. Keep it light.
That's hard.
It could be right here,
Dangle.
right now, because you're assisting folks getting
nice, good
food
one
on their plate.
That's
like what you did there, McAuliffe.
Yeah. Well, that one, I'm going to say that right now for sure, because that's a great thing to say during the Stream-A-Thon. That's a hard one to answer. My favorite assist of my NHL career. Sorry.
I think he's saying the NHL career because I think you said the one in London. But if you want to go back to the one in London, it's a pretty big goal.
My only one I can think of in London was my drop pass to Dvorak on a 2-0 in the playoffs against Erie. That one was one of my favorites. Funniest thing about that, we had 2-0 earlier in the year. We did the side-by-side thing. Turned out horrible. So we had a little talk saying if we had another 2-0, let's do the one guy forward, one guy behind, make a move, drop pass. And whoever had the puck going forward, he leads it off. And it worked out. And we kind of laughed about it after saying that. We talked, made sure that was the play. It worked out, but I can't really think of an NHL one at the moment. It's always a great moment, I think, assisting on someone's first NHL goal.
Yeah, that's cool.
I think I've had one or two of those, so I think it's always a cool moment having that shared with someone.
You know what doesn't happen much anymore, and you see it more in soccer maybe, when you know it's the pass, when you know the goal is like 98% the pass, and the guy who tapped it in or whatever just points at you and like hunts you down, gives you the point. You don't see that enough anymore, McAuliffe. It's just this guy. You don't see that enough.
Leafs do that a lot. You guys do that a lot, don't you?
Yeah, we're big pointers, I would say, in the Leafs.
I take it back. You're right. The Leafs are big
We're not
pointers.
afraid to give a point.
No, you got to give the point. Sometimes means everything. And the point of tonight is to raise money. We got some terrific sponsors tonight. We have another message, I'm told, from one of our partners, plus a video highlighting our generous sponsors. Roll it.
As Mitch's hockey agency, Cortex is very proud to support him and the Marner Assist Fund in their efforts to provide families across Ontario food and supplies during these troubling times. From our family to yours, we wish you a happy holiday season.
And great to see all of the sponsors on board. And again, a reminder to everyone, whatever size of donation tonight, 25 donations will be picked out of a raffle, after midnight Eastern. So 25 people will win. Random. Thank you, Tim. Random. Prizes like from True Hockey, Red Bull, Beats Canada, Oakley, and more. You can donate until midnight tonight to qualify for a chance to win during the promotional draw. Again, it doesn't matter how big the donation is. You're helping out for $1. It provides 2 meals to a family that needs it. It is. We've been repeating it the whole evening. It's an incredible number, and it helps so many. And just looking at all those sponsors, Mitch, I mean, I know this isn't your first time doing charitable work here in Toronto, but when you see all the support you're getting at some level, it must be a little overwhelming.
Yeah, it's amazing, really. Can't thank everyone enough. All the key sponsors. I mean, Intex, ABC, so many others that I just got to keep thanking, and the list goes on and on. But I just want to thank everyone so much for your donations. It means a lot to us, helping out a lot of people. But there's a long list of people that always are donating to us, and they're never afraid. So it's very much appreciated, and it's hard to thank them, but. Just want to say thank you from all of us.
So again, for those who are watching right now, please donate, get in on the action because you can win great prizes, and everything raised in the Stream-A-Thon, all proceeds going to Second Harvest, which is Canada's largest food rescue charity, and something so important during the holiday season. It looks like we're shuffling on the fly here.
Yeah,
Sydney
we are.
Sixero and
Yeah.
Mitch. Do you want to do the fireside chat, or can we go to our next guest?
We're gonna go to the guest. I'm hearing. We're going to the guest.
Oh well, this isn't just a guest.
No.
Listen, man,
Yeah, you're right.
I've been doing this 20 years. McCall's been doing this 20 years. There's certain guys that when they come in the studio, when you shake their hand, and the fact that they know your name, it blows me away every time. And for me, and I know for you guys, Mitch, that's the case. So I'll give you the honors on this one.
No, I want you to say it now because I know your love for him. So
Let's
we talked
go.
about this yesterday. I know your love
Let's
for him.
go.
I'm gonna let you take the reins. Take it.
Let's go. And it wasn't that long ago. He was traded in one of the biggest deals in NHL history from Calgary to Toronto. Came in, much like our host for the evening. He wasn't the biggest of stature, but he left as one of the biggest Leafs to ever play in this city. Number 93 should have won a cup in 93. I won't get into it yet. We'll get into that a little later on. Number 93 in your program, number 1 in your hearts. Doug Gilmore is on the stream, kids.
Hey.
Dougie.
Hey, Tim said, hey, guys, thank you. And Mitch, obviously, thank you for having me and be a part of this. It's amazing.
Thank you for coming. You look stunning compared to all of us. You look great.
Well, I just got
looking like that. All right, it's nice.
No, but hang on. I just got done a fashion show, so just kidding.
It's fitting. It's fitting that we're all underdressed compared to Doug Gilmore. It is rather fitting. It makes complete sense.
Exactly.
Nothing like the old pandemic fashion show, though, eh, Dougie?
Hey, I have pants on too, by the way.
Nice.
That's you're doubling me up. Then you're doubling me up. Yeah. You got one up on me. All right, Mitch, you got first question. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, Dougie, I just want to ask, how's the pandemic done? Like, what's it done to you? How's everything going?
You know, Mitch, it's hard. Obviously, you can't see a lot of people, and my daughter is online schooling, and she misses her friends and all that stuff. But you know what? We didn't go what you guys went through in your bubble, but we're going through it with ours, and I can honestly say it was kind of a different time that we got to meet all our neighbors. And we had this guy come in that did Elvis songs for us. So his camera was called COVID Elvis now. And all the neighbors sat in the streets and listened to this guy sing from his van. It was amazing. Like, honestly, really got to know everybody in my neighborhood.
I actually saw that on Instagram. It actually looked like a great time. That guy put on a show. That was hilarious for me to watch.
Yeah.
I want to facilitate a little bit of, I think when people watch you guys, they see some similarities. I'm a little guy playing for Toronto with a lot of heart. I think they see that. So I want to ask Mitch first, like, is it true Papa Marner used to want you to play like Doug?
Yeah, it's completely true. He used to show me all the footage of Dougie playing. And obviously Dougie was not always the biggest guy, but he was fearless no matter who he played against, no matter who he lined up against. He was always fierce. Every opponent knew he was coming every game. Whether it was to score, get under your skin, both multiple times, he was not afraid to do it. So he was a guy I definitely looked up to. He was a guy that, I tried to kind of grow up being like, and with that tendency of, not being afraid of anyone. So he definitely was someone that I watched a lot of, and someone that is one of my favorite players, but like you guys, one of my dad's all-time favorite players. So it's always cool getting to talk to Dougie, and now we have a nice relationship. It's been great talking to him throughout this time in Toronto.
Doug, what are your thoughts when you saw him?
Well, obviously I could have drafted him, but
Kingston.
Yeah. So you know what? When you go through the agents and / scouts, this guy's not big enough. And again, Mitch, you know my story. I was 140 pounds when I came in to junior, but I was 17. You guys were 16, and it's like, where do we go with this, guys? And again, I'm not the one to make the decisions all the time, meaning, yes, last call, but yeah, I should have taken you. So, but at the same time, you know what, you try to build your team around different things and everything else. And you know what, I got a great relationship with Mitch and obviously Paul now. And, again, it's when you're young and this team is going to be successful. I'm telling you, it is. With the talent and the skill that these guys have, well, it's different. Like, for me, when I went to Calgary in '89, I was a piece of that puzzle. And then as time goes on, they bring guys into different places and whatever. But the skill that this Toronto team has is phenomenal. And it's a good group. I see it. And you know what? You add a couple of pieces here and there, a little experience. You know what? Hopefully this is the year.
Maybe they did already.
Oh, I know they did.
They already added some of those pieces,
Oh, 100%. That's what I'm saying.
Dougie, before we let you go, Mitch, I'll give it to you. Your favorite Doug Gilmour moment was what?
Yeah, well, we talked about this the other day, but I always go back to the spinorama wraparound around the net. That's I remember I always watched that one, trying to bring it back to life when I was playing minor hockey. But that was one of my all-time favorite goals ever watching, I'd say. So that one was pretty spectacular to me.
Doug,
well,
go ahead.
Go ahead, Doug.
For me, guys, honestly, I learned from Gretz go behind the net, and it was so important that, you know, if they chase you this side, you go on this side. You go on this side, you go on this side. And again, that wasn't planned. I can't replicate that ever. And it was something
and you were exhausted, right? Double OT, and you were exhausted.
Goodness. Pujo had, I think he stopped 70 shots that night. But again, it was such a surreal feeling. And you know what? You had a big body in front of the net, Dave Anderchuk, Borshevsky's in the slot, and trying to find somebody. Because I'm not really a goal scorer, but I'm more of a passer, and it happened. It worked out, and it was quite an experience.
That's great. Awesome. This is a bit of an experience. Mitch, if you want to sign off here, go ahead. It's your show. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, Dougie, thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate you taking your time out of your days to do this for us. Thank you so much. It's been a great time talking to you. Sure, we'll talk again soon, but till then, happy holidays. Stay safe.
Happy holidays to everybody. And again, thanks for having me, guys.
Take care, Doug.
Take care.
There is 93, Doug Gilmour. And again, MarnerAssistFund.com. Just go to that main page and you can donate, keep the donations coming, and you can be
flowing.
Keep them flowing, yeah. Like Mitch's hair. Not like my hair. Keep them flowing like
growing
Mitch's
it out
hair.
for a little bit here. I don't know what's your guys' thoughts. You like it?
Get a little closer to the camera. Can you get a little closer to the camera for everyone on the stream?
I'm just jealous.
I don't know,
man.
Mitch.
It's just sheen and flow. You're gonna get a Head and Shoulders commercial.
Are you pinned straight, or does it get curly after a while, or is it like really straight?
No, it doesn't really get curly. Kind of the bottom sometimes gets a little curled up, but nothing really too curly. It's usually just straight long, and then at the end I try and get the curl going a little bit. So we'll see. I haven't had the length since London Night Day, so we'll see if we can bring it back a little bit.
As long as you don't do the dippity-do like Sixero, where you just crush it with gel.
Well, right now I'm doing normally. Tim's right. Normally I would crush it.
Normally
I would crush it. Listen, Mitch. You know we're here for your One Team United, and everyone, please continue to donate. Everyone's been unbelievable, and we have one more special guest here coming up before we wrap. But just generally here, how you feeling? You know, we anticipate hockey at some point. How you feeling? What's training been like? I know we got into it a bit with Justin, but like, what's training been like for you in this kind of reality? It must be unique.
Yeah, it definitely is unique. We're pretty lucky that our facility is still open. We're allowed to work out and skate, getting tested. So making sure everyone's doing the right protocol still, and that's very important. But nothing's really changed too much. Just going to the gym, trying to stay in shape as much as possible, trying to just be on your toes for whenever it really does start up.
What are your expectations for the year?
I mean, I think I always got to say to go all the way. I mean, that's got to be the expectation every time. I mean, like Dougie just said, I think we brought in some really key pieces, some really good players, and some very good veteran players that will keep everyone in line and make sure everyone's working every single day. So I think the expectation is to finish it out this year and make sure we're ready to play every single game. It's not going to be easy. We know that. So got to make sure we're ready.
Shout out a few of the donors here that just came. We have a chat on the side here as we talk to Mitch and talk to everybody, and every 5 minutes or so there's more. A shout out to Derek, $30. Lindsay, thank you, $50. Sally with 25, really appreciate it, Sally. Max with 9, Salvador, $110. No donation too big or too small here tonight, so that every one of those donations will help people, and in this environment they need it, and thank you for that. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone, for donating. We really do appreciate it. It's going to make a difference, and can't thank everyone enough for tonight.
Nice. That is awesome. So we're efforting to get one more guest on here, and I'm going to ask you another question about those pickups, because a lot of people wonder what you think about, obviously TJ Brody, Wayne Simmons, Joe Thornton. Like when you hear all that, What are you thinking as a member of the team?
Yeah, I kind of remember when Doobie texted us about acquiring them and signing them, and I think for every single one, I was just really excited. I was super fired up. All of them bring something different to the table. I mean, obviously Wayne and Bogo bring a big body energy, not afraid to throw some cross checks or get in there. So obviously Bogo coming off a great year with the end there in Tampa and becoming a big part of that team. So I'm excited to see what he's going to do with us. And then TJ and Jumbo, we've only heard great things. Obviously I only got to play against him 2 times a year, but Jumbo from Patty seems like he's an unbelievable guy. I've talked to him a couple of times. Super excited to just really get to know him more, be in the locker room with him. From what I've heard, he's hilarious. So I can't wait to get that going with him. And Broad's is kind of the same. I mean, he brings that excitement. He's a great player, and he was amazing in Calgary. So I'm excited to see him with us now.
Should be interesting, man. I like Brody a lot. Like I don't know if Morgan's going to be with him the whole year. It feels that way, but I think Brody's going to give us something different. It's going to be nice. I mean, like I said, I'm super excited. I'm stoked to have all these guys, and it's going to be a great year. I'm excited to get going. It's it feels great to have those guys on our roster. No doubt.
All right. Thanks again for all the donations. Keep them coming. And in the meantime, between time, I think we're going to an honorary member of the Abbotsford Air Force. And I know we've done a lot of hockey guys here, Mitch, but I could tell by our conversation yesterday you were a little bit excited about getting our next guest on.
Yeah, no, I definitely am. I mean, we've talked to hockey guys. We always talk to hockey guys, have hockey guys in here. So super excited to welcome a nice Canadian boy playing in the NFL right now with the Steelers. Chase Claypool is having an amazing year. So I'm super stoked to have him on.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chase Claypool of the Pittsburgh Steelers is joining us here on the stream.
Yes. Hey.
Oh, but you got to just maybe flip it a little bit, Chase.
Over.
Oh, we got him. He's here.
No, we got him.
We got him.
We'll get you eventually.
I got to flip it.
There you go.
There we go.
There you go, Chase.
Hey.
Chase Claypool, whatever. You can do whatever you want with your phone.
Nah, my fault.
I'm okay with it.
Chase Claypool of the Pittsburgh Steelers. A reminder, in the history of the NFL, only one person ever has scored 10 touchdowns in their first 10 games you're looking at from Abbotsford, BC. Chase, welcome to the stream here. We got obviously it's a hockey stream, but you got 3 football fans right here talking to you as well. Did you know how much you're doing Canada proud here? You have been the toast of the town for a few months up here, no doubt.
Yeah, no. I get that asked. Like, I just got that question asked by my teammate Juju just the other day. I haven't been home in 6 or 7 months, so I'm really kind of removed from that environment. But my friend just called me. He told me kind of what it's like, just going to the gym, going to your restaurant, your grocery store, and you see like the Steelers on or see my highlights on. So it's crazy to think about that, but I had no idea.
Mitch, I know you have a few questions for Chase.
Yeah. Well, I just want to ask this question because, I mean, NHL fantasy, nothing ever happens. Us players don't feel any pressure. Like NFL fantasy, every single hockey team has a pool going. Like, is that crazy for you guys? Do you feel that pressure constantly? Just people asking you like fantasy-wise stuff?
Oh my God, that's probably like the number one thing that people care about. Is how you're going to do for their fantasy team. You could be a hero one week and then the most hated person the next week if you don't score enough points. So, I think it's kind of adding up and starting to get a little annoying now that it's playoff time in the fantasy league, and people are going crazy if you don't give them enough points.
Yeah, that's.
I will
say actually.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, because Josh Jacobs of the Raiders was activated the other week, yet went on the gram and said, "Sorry guys, I'm not playing." So he's trolling. You have certain guys in the league who are outwardly trolling fantasy football players. Do you have any patience to do that kind of stuff? Or you just take it as part of the job at this point because fantasy football is like $1 billion industry?
Yeah, I mean, I just see it as a part of football, and it's something that I've kind of fallen into. I never really want to answer questions like, oh, how many points are you getting? Or I don't want to ever get caught up in a fantasy talk. No. So I just play football, and if I get fantasy points, then I get fantasy points, but never let that really concern me.
Yeah, that's the way to look at it for sure. Well, I want to ask you, because I saw it the other day on Uninterrupted. You talk about mental health. I mean, it's so important for athletes to speak out on that. Not a lot of people really see us for people. They see us for athletes and then just want us to do our job out on the field, ice rink. So I appreciate you talking about that. And I will, if you want to talk about it right now, I'd love that.
Yeah, no. So it's something that, I've been interested in and I've been attuned to the past few years of my life. And then just recently it really hit me when, a former teammate, high school teammate of mine, he took his own life. And the main story behind that was he went to go seek help. And whether it was because of his skin color or because of he was a man, he went in the hospital and he got rejected twice before he went and, went out. So just this past season, I've really been interested in, using my platform to talk about things like this and mental health and how it is an actual thing and how we are going through things. And it's kind of tough for us to speak on it because we are men. So something I just want to bring light to.
Yeah, that's amazing. I feel you. It's something that we're trying to talk more and more about every day. And I appreciate you talking about it. I mean, I've seen a lot of NBA guys coming out with it too. So thank you for speaking on that. It's amazing.
Yeah, of course.
I heard that you might be working on a charity. Is that something that you look forward to, doing something like Mitch is doing right now and working on a charity and perhaps, looking towards mental health as one of the things that you'll work with?
Yeah, no doubt. It's very close to my mom's heart as well, obviously. So she thought of the name. We both wanted to do something similar. So she was brainstorming for the name, Chasing Hope. And then she's now actually implementing these Hope Squads in my hometown school. She had raised enough money. She's doing that. So that's kind of what she wants to do is expand this Hope Squad throughout Canada and then America.
Nice. And if you ever need any help,
that's amazing.
This guy's looking over me. I lost him the same
definitely.
way.
If you never need anything, I'm definitely in for that. It sounds amazing. Sounds awesome, man. It sounds great. That's a great name too. So let me know if you ever need anything because I'm definitely there for that.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Chase, do you considering your career, how it's shot out of a cannon here? Do you feel like your platform to do these kinds of initiatives to kind of help out in so many different ways? Like even when you get a second, I know you're in season, but how much potential do you feel is in there, especially with your name in Canada growing by the week, to do a lot of good for a lot of people?
Yeah, you kind of have to seize the opportunity as it comes. I know I'm aware and I understand that this spotlight is not going to be on me for a very long time. So I got to make the most of it. And, if it's either talking about things that aren't talked about or trying to give people a sense of hope, coming from small school, playing sports and then making it here, you just try to seize the opportunity as it comes. So definitely trying every time I can to use my platform and help others out.
All right, this feels like an American question for you, but some folks might not know this by looking at him in this, he's sitting back, but this dude is 6'4", 240, ran a 4.42 at the
close
combine.
to me, right? It's kind of the same height as me, right?
Yeah. Twins, Mitch. Same.
Yeah.
Twins.
Did you play any hockey growing up?
That was so I played football. I started football when I was 8. And I started playing hockey when I had moved to this new school. All they do is play hockey at recess. And I started in the 5th grade, and I played that religiously every day. I went and bought rollerblades, so we played roller hockey. I was more street and roller hockey than ice hockey, but we played every day during school and after school for about 3 years throughout middle school there.
You might need to go on the ice with the Penguins a little bit there. Show us some of that skill. You got a nice team over there in Pittsburgh Penguins. So
yeah, that's right. It's on the bucket list. So maybe next year. So.
Oh, they'll ask.
Yeah.
Keep having 11-2 starts and putting up numbers like you're doing. They'll ask 100%. I just have a comment, Chase, because we haven't had a chance to talk to you yet because you're a busy dude. It's not really a question, but I had someone call me week 6, week 7 when you were on this run, and he said to me, this Chase is like all this attention he's getting. It must be overwhelming. I'm like, overwhelming. He He was at Notre Dame every Saturday on NBC. Like he's getting better ratings than Saturday Night Live on NBC. What do you mean? Like he's been built for this. Like it's just you. Do you look back at like I know you're still really young in your NFL career, so you don't want to do it. And you're a good Canadian kid, but do you look back at already what you accomplished, and you kind of once in a while you're allowed to you let yourself have a grin?
Yeah, I mean, you want to pat yourself on the back for building a good foundation, and you never really want to come into the league and have to fight an uphill battle, you know? So, it's definitely nice, but right now I can't really think about it because until the season's over, you can't really be proud of too many things until it's all said and done.
All right, Mitch, I know you want to thank Chase.
Yeah, well, Chase, thank you so much for coming on. Best of luck in the end of the year, your playoff run. I'll definitely be cheering you on. So with these two other guys, I'm sure. So best of luck. We'll be watching. Good luck this weekend.
Appreciate you, my man. And I'm gonna need one of those hoodies if you got an extra one.
We do. We'll be coming quick. We'll get that over to you.
All right, sounds good. Appreciate it, man.
Take care, Chase. All the best,
boys and girls.
All right,
have a great holidays, Chase.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Chase Claypool, everybody. More donors. Shout out AIF for donating, Amy for donating, Jordan, Rose, Catherine. We all appreciate your donations. And again, each and every one of you are in the random draws tonight. So it's any donation number, you're in the random draw. So all those folks that were shouting out here, adding to the total, more horns over there.
Yeah, that deserves horns.
Definitely. We got Timmy. You want to? We got Twitter questions here, right?
Yeah, we got a few Twitter questions.
Oh, forgive me. They're in the chat. Take it. Sorry, Timmy. I missed it.
All right.
Go ahead.
These are for Mitchell. What's the funniest gift that you ever gave or received during the holiday season?
Oh, wow. Wow. Funniest. That's a hard one to think
Are
of.
you a
Funniest
gag gift guy? Are you a gag gift guy?
My brother's a gag.
Not really. You know what? Can I do something not Christmas, or does that have to be Christmas? Because I did something crazy.
Sure, it's your stream your rules, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, the craziest thing that I have ever done, looking back on, I can't believe it. I was very hungry for this meal, so that's why I did it. But it was my girlfriend's birthday in London, Ontario. We usually went to the Keg. I was starving for Five Guys, so I decided to buy Five Guys, bring it home, act like I made the burger and did everything, put it on the plate. She was not happy with me, and she knew I was completely bluffing. So my mom got word of it. She's like, "What are you doing? Like, what is that?" And I was like, "Yeah, you're right, my bad." So we stopped eating that meal. We went to the Keg, and then that was kind of the whole night we spent at the Keg, had a nice dinner. But looking back on it, I was like 17, 18. I wanted Five Guys, and I was an OHL kid looking for a burger. Yeah.
When you get a hankering for Five Guys, that is never a wrong decision. Ever a wrong decision.
No.
One of my early.
Wasn't great. Wasn't a great starting point.
Yeah, maybe the process could have used some work. Yeah, like maybe the big picture idea of it, maybe, but in the moment, I don't think you made a wrong call. I don't think you made the wrong.
One of my early days with my wife, I acted as if I made pasta for us. And I went to my favorite restaurant and I picked up some pasta and I poured it into a saucepan, turned on the heat. She came over. I'm like, "Look, we got it going right here."
That's a play. I should have been smarter. I needed pasta, but I decided to go with a burger, acting like I went on the grill outside, never grilled anything in my life, and just cooked up perfect patties.
All right, next question. What's the go-to song before the game, like when the Hockey Night in Canada cameras roll through and you got your pods on and you're like, what's in there? What are you listening to?
I'd say it varies a lot. Me and Muzzy like listening to Freaky by Tory Lanez. We get a little dancing in there.
You and Jake Muzzy dancing to that it's not something that jumps.
Well, Muzzy's more so standing there. We do a nice handshake. I'm more so the one moving and grooving, like he's sitting there looking at me. But I'm going to say that he danced a little bit too. But sometimes we get the big booty mix from the two friends, I believe they're called. So, I mean, they got some nice bumping stuff there. It's a nice bumping radio station for the summertime as well. So really varies, I'd say, depending on games. But I'd say one of our most and actually Trophies by Drake is another one we listen to quite a bit. It's
these
classic.
Canadian Tory Lanez, Drake,
classic,
like all these Canadians.
Just supporting.
Speaking of support, we've got a bunch of people that we need to shout out before we wrap this thing up. And I know that you wanted to talk a little bit about your donors and remind people once again to donate, because we're getting close to the end of this thing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, well, obviously I want to thank all of our guests that came on tonight. Matt Martin, Jerry D, Dougie Gilmore, Laura Stacy, Chase Claypool, Justin Hall. I mean, that's an all-star lineup for tonight. And I really appreciate everyone taking time out of their schedules to do this for us. Like I said, all this money is going to a great cause. It's going to be a great holiday for a lot of people. And I'm super excited that we could have helped out.
And we have another great message from one of the partners. Let's listen in to KJ Harrison.
At KJ Harrison, our athlete clients receive trusted wealth management and investment guidance in a collaborative environment where players can mature on and off the ice. As a founding sponsor, it is our privilege to support the Marner Assist Fund.
That is wonderful stuff there. And as always, we also want to thank Cherry Street. And in the GTA alone, Second Harvest, as you know, Mitch, is working with 97 agencies that run food programs, and as well as 100 other agencies that operate food banks and meal programs serving families and children in need, as well as preparing takeout meals that are being provided through their support of the Harvest Kitchen program. It's just an unbelievable thing, isn't it?
It really is, yeah. It's been an amazing time out here. It's been an amazing time raising all this money for such a great cause. I'm so happy that we were able to do this. I want to really thank you two for coming on and taking the lead reins and being the lead guy here. If you want, I want to hear some horn sounds for you two, though. I want to hear the horn sounding for you two. It's hard. How great of a job you guys did.
It's hard to give ourselves horn, but hold on.
Producing too now, Mikhail.
Act as if I'm touching it. There we go. All right. So I want to thank you two a lot for tonight. Couldn't have done it without you guys, keeping everyone intact, keeping the stream going. So thank you so much, you two.
It's our pleasure. Our pleasure, Mitch. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
I was going to say, like, he set us up for Intact. So Intact Insurance, CIBC, Cortex, Morrison family.
Roll through.
Justo, KJ Harrison, the It Factor Limited as well. And then the incentive prize donors, Red Bull, Beats Canada, True Hockey, AJ Sports World, Oakley Sun. It's amazing how many people lined up to do this. Frameworth and Cherry Street Barbecue.
Speaking of people,
it really.
Sorry, Mitch, go on. Forgive me.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
Speaking of people, also thank you to Matt Martin, Jerry D, Laura Stacy, Justin Hall, Chase Claypool, and just whenever you can chat it up. But Gilmore, it's always a good night. So I want to thank Dougie Gilmore as well. Again, Mitch, I don't know I'm assuming you have a total, some kind of total around you. I do not. So
yeah. Sadly enough, we have money coming on both streams right now, so we cannot total it up completely honest right now.
Wow.
So we will be having a total by the end of tonight, I'm hearing, or tomorrow morning. And come in. She's coming in for a different purpose, but I want to just give a big thank you to Natasha. I mean, she's done everything this whole time she's been with me, and she's been big major success of this charity and helping me out. So I want to thank Natasha so much for everything she's done with my family and sacrificed her time for. So I would like a horn for Natasha if possible.
Hey, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
You know, I got a different one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You got a different kind of horn.
Yep.
There you go. Natasha is so organized. I had to empty out my Gmail because I got so many emails about the event. And I'm like a nobody in the event. I'm not even Mitch or anyone else. Well, you and Natasha, you are incredible. And Mitch is lucky to have you. This was fantastic. And we're honored to be a part of it. So thank you for allowing us as well to be a part of it. Thank you, Natasha.
Guys, it's such a blessing. We're going to be able to do so much. I just want to let y'all know a lot of people have been donating directly on Mitch's site. So that's why I can't give you a total. We will post something, but we are overwhelmed. The donations are coming in. Like, my phone is going off, but now it's coming in on more than one platform. We are extremely, extremely grateful. A lot of our partners needed money because we weren't able to have the Marner All-Star Invitational, and a lot of the organizations that we support are still in need. So everybody coming out today for Second Harvest is amazing, but know that our sponsors that all stepped up, we're going to be able to continue to support everybody we've been supporting for the last 2 years because of this Stream-A-Thon. And it was our first and your first. And how about this guy? Like, seriously, we have to give him a hand. Like, I was a little nervous, as you guys know, until we kicked it off on your show.
I had a pregame nap, Red Bull. I was ready to go for this thing. I was juked up.
It was good. And it was good. Natasha, we have until midnight, right? So everyone has until midnight tonight to continue to donate to qualify for the promotional draw, right?
Yeah, they can donate after that, but midnight is to qualify for the rules and regs. Yeah, just for the promo draw. Thanks, guys, and thank you to everybody who participated. Hopefully,
thanks
we'll
to everyone
see you here in a month.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah. Thanks to everyone on the stream who's been with us. Dangle, everyone who's on here and has been a part of this. We love you. We appreciate you. Before we sign off here, Mitch, we'll give you the last word on. It was a fun night, man. Fun night.
Yeah, it definitely was a fun night. Again, thank you to everyone that watched the Stream-A-Thon the whole time. Everyone that donated, thank you so much. Thank you to all our key sponsors for the donations. Like we said so many times tonight, this money is going to go to a great cause. We're going to feed a lot of families. Tim and Sid, thank you so much for helping me out to make this feel comfortable for me. I can't thank you guys enough. It's been an amazing night. Sad it has to end now, but it's time to get home, go to bed. Make sure Justin didn't steal my dog or anything like that. So thank you to everyone again. Appreciate it all. Appreciate all the money donated. Thank you so much.
Awesome.